What is truth? How do people come together and decide what the truth is? John Keats once said that beauty is truth, truth beauty, that is all ye know on earth and all ye need to know. Is this so? Is beauty the ultimate criterion for what truth is? Let's look at this from the point of view of a few different disciplines. We have science, for example. Science is the meticulous collection of data over decades through instruments, and then finally we say that we have come to the truth when we have a mathematical theory, F equals ma. You might have learned this in your school. Now, there might be 10 other theories that tell you other forms of quantitative relations between measurables. Now, how do you decide that one thing is true and another thing isn't? Does it ultimately then rest on which theory has the most aesthetic appeal? Let's look at politics, for instance. One side of the political spectrum will tell you that ultimately it's about freedom and liberty that decides what the nature of a good society is. Another side will tell you that it's about the equality of people that decides what the ultimate good in politics is. How do we fundamentally make these differences dissolve? First of all, in politics, these can't be dissolved. And is it that ultimately it's the state as a work of art, it is the beautiful society that tells us what the right form of politics is? Let's look at it in design, for instance. There's the element of engineering, there's the element of measurement, the meticulous research into marketing and what is appealing at the time and so forth. But ultimately, does it all boil down to what is artistic or beautiful that determines what good design is? Now, we might say that ultimately a lot of these disciplines have only one thing in common, that they are human creations. Design is a human creation, politics is a human creation, as is science. But within these human creations, we have one thing that is true, which is that they are all artificial in the sense that they are not natural. They are artifices. Now, if we explore the nature of art, we ultimately find that the only definition of art that really bears out is that art is artifice, art is creation, art is ultimately a work wrought by human minds or human hands. So, what ultimately tells us that something is true in the works of human beings? Is it ultimately beauty? These are the questions that we'll be discussing come Tuesday. So I'd like you to join us and give us your points of view on these questions so that we can ultimately determine what the nature of truth really is.